Going live. Gotta wait. I wonder if this screen is clean.
Too late.
I think it is, right?
Which screen?
My phone screen. There we go.
Okay, we must be live. Oh, I'm up here cleaning the lens. Okay. What's up? What's up? What's up? Happy Wednesday, people. Wealth Building Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. It's wealth building time. What time is it?
Wealth building time. Are you down with PPP tonight?
Are you down with PPP tonight? That's what we're talking about. So we'll wait a little bit for people to get on the call.
Okay, and I'm gonna wait to bring it up on my screen so that I can just see. Okay, we're live on that
live
one.
On your screen.
We're live on this one, and I am gonna share it on my page. Share it on my public page. Get a couple more people to join in with us this evening.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Okay.
Let me see if I can share it. Yeah, I was trying to share it on my Instagram. So we're just getting all set up here.
Yeah. We're talking about a little bit of free money tonight.
Who's down with free money?
I think a lot of people are going to tune in when you start talking about free money.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. Well,
I hope so. I hope so. Let's see.
Well, it's good when it's free money and it ain't coming out my pocket, so that's a great thing. As long as y'all not looking for me to give you no free money, you're all right.
Who's gonna be looking for free money from you?
I don't know. I'm just stopping them at the door. So stopping them at the door.
Oh my goodness.
So thank goodness that y'all don't have to rely on me for no free money. Yes.
Okay, seems like I can't for some reason.
No, I'm talking about Facebook. You're going on your Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
So to share it, you got to go straight to Facebook. Okay. All right, people.
I was just seeing if I'm live here, and it's showing here that I'm live. Yes. I just can't see it here. So we're just getting our technical stuff together. Mm-hmm. So, but I will go on Facebook Live and share it on my page like my husband has suggested.
Yeah, so we can get a couple more people to tune in and join us tonight. What's everybody doing? Anybody out there just want to say hello? We'll take a couple of seconds just to say hello to everybody. Mm-hmm. See who's joining in. I see we got TJ. TJ's on with us.
Hey, TJ.
What's happening, TJ?
Gosh, his birthday that I did not give him a call, and I knew he was going to catch me on here.
That's all right. TJ knows we love him.
Yes.
TJ knows we love him.
He does. I'm sure he does.
And you got to come back down here because I think the last time you were down here for your birthday, took you to the gun range. Matter of fact, that picture came up on my screen. I meant to share it that day, but happy belated birthday to you, TJ.
Yes.
Okay, let's see here. We got a couple more people on.
Okay.
Yeah, TJ said, "Hey, family."
Hey, family.
Oh. All right. So you gotta mute it though.
Okay.
So that we don't have no sound interference.
Okay. Did you write post?
I didn't. I just shared it just the way it was.
Just like that?
Yep. Just share it just like it is.
Just like that, y'all.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so now it's on your Facebook, it's on my Facebook, and it's on the Grimes Group Facebook. So you people don't have any excuses not to join in because we're trying to broadcast it on every one of our social media feeds. So,
yes,
reach out and let us know.
This is a new age. You got to get used to all this stuff, but we're doing what we can in order to better come to you and serve you and get you the information that you need and probably you don't even know you need. So tonight we're talking about PPP. I don't know if anybody remember that song, Who's Down with OPP.
That's it.
Do you remember that song?
You're telling your age.
Uh-oh.
That's an old school song.
Uh-oh.
All right. But anyway.
Sandra's on here. Hey, love you guys. Love you. I'm like, love you guys. Like, love you too, Sandra. Hey, Simone. Thanks for being on with us tonight. Thank you. We had an earlier conversation just talking about tonight. You know, and of course, we talked about the real estate market being so prominent right now. But what I've been engaged in is the loan process, the PPP money process. And because I've been so engaged in it, I wanted to share the information and knowledge with others because this is like the last week to get money.
Yeah. When's the deadline? Do you remember when the deadline is?
Deadline is March 31st.
March 31st, yeah.
So if you don't have your application
7 days, a week from today.
You need to get it on as soon as possible. Okay? So I don't think it's shared. I don't think it's shared on my page.
It didn't share on your page. Okay. Well, we're trying to go ahead and work on getting it shared on your. You got to make sure that it comes in and then share it. You share now. You hit share now.
Sure, share now. No, that's going to the business.
Oh, okay. But you got to change who you're on as. That's the only thing.
Oh, okay.
You got to be on as yourself.
He's teaching me.
No.
And he don't even be well, you do. You do social media a little bit more than me. Okay?
I do it every now and then.
So I'm going to learn to listen. I'm going to learn to listen. Here I go.
For once, people. Oh, man, I got I forgot I was live. But this is the best way.
I can't take that look back either.
That's right.
I so want to take that look back and I can't take it back. Darn it. So I hope everybody's week has been good. How has your week been so far?
I don't know. My week has been pretty good. It's been pretty good. I have no complaints this week. It's been busy. I'm not going to complain about busy. I'm a little tired today, though. I'm going to tell you the truth. But it's been a great week. And the real estate market is doing well. And I love doing this, though. I love getting on here and, helping people that always look to us to impart a little bit of knowledge that we have and some of the things that we've learned, things that we've that we are learning about even to just kind of use us as a soundboard. So it's been a great experience.
Yeah, I do enjoy Wednesdays, as well. I think it's a great opportunity for us to share our knowledge. I was just discussing with you a couple of days ago about how I feel like where is everyone? We have free information. We have free information and we have the time, especially with, COVID that happened. A lot of us was indoors, but what were we doing? What were we doing with that time while we were indoors? Were we learning about, improving ourselves? Were we becoming more educated on things, or were we just watching Netflix?
No, I ain't had time for that. Well, we watched a couple of shows.
We did. Don't even lie. I was about to say, don't even lie, because we was on that couch too a couple of days, watching Netflix.
Oh yeah. In the very beginning, had some, really tough days too. So it was worth just sitting down and just relaxing for a minute.
Yes, it was. It was a great time too. I remember some shows that I still think about. So, and I'm not really a big TV watcher. But there were some good shows on Netflix, and for that, Netflix kind of grew too in this stock market.
Absolutely, that's another way to generate some wealth. So
yeah,
buy some stocks, people.
Absolutely.
If it's something that you utilize and a little bit about, look into it a little bit deeper and see what the stock market is doing with it.
Yeah, invest in things you like. So
absolutely. All right.
For some reason, I'm still having some technical difficulty, but I'm not going to stress about it. Okay. What I'm going to do is probably share it after, and then I can share it after. Okay. So no big deal.
All right.
I don't know what's going on with my Wi-Fi. Okay, so today we're talking about PPP. knows what does that stand for? PPP.
Oh my goodness, it is.
Don't stand for other people's property and stuff like that. But
Was it paycheck protection program? Absolutely, government funded.
Yes. And it is provided by the SBA, Small Business Administration. So today, if you know any business owners that you may think may benefit from this conversation, you don't know if they filed or not, or you don't know if they,
if they've already filed their taxes. If not, they still have time to do that as well.
Yeah, got to talk to their accountant. So we're going to go through it a little bit today. I'm not an expert, full disclosure. I'm not an accountant, for one.
Nope.
I'm not an expert in this field. I just feel that I've watched a lot of YouTube this past week and last week. And I've obtained a lot of information. So what do you do with information if you just keep it for yourself? Absolutely nothing. So I feel that it's better to give information and outpour it to someone else that may want it or need it. So here it goes. Let's talk about small business loans. Okay, there's 3 types of loans that stood out to me. Okay, it's of course the Paycheck Protection Program. Some people call it the Payroll Protection Program, but it is the Paycheck Protection Program. The Economic Injury Disaster Loan, okay, and the Community Development Institution. 2 out of those loans I paid a lot of mine to because they would apply to me. One of them is the Payment Protection Program, and the other one is the Economic Injury Disaster Loan, also known as the
Community the Injury Disaster
EIDL for short.
Okay.
Yeah. So sometimes, there are times when people are, they won't say the whole name out, but when they say EIDL, okay, that's standing for the Economic Injury Disaster Loan, which is not like the PPP loan. It's different. It's a loan.
Is that one forgiven?
They can both be forgiven.
Okay.
They can both be forgiven with documentation. Okay, so keep your documentation, and we're going to talk about that. And it's not a lot of documentation that you need. Okay, so let's talk about that before we get into, because we're mainly covering the PPP loan today because the time is running out. It's until March 31st. The EIDL, there were people given a loan. And there were people given a grant. So the grants, you don't have to pay back.
Right.
Okay. And how much were they given per employee?
I think it was about $1,000 per employee, up to $10,000.
Right. So up to 10 employees, they can claim and given $1,000 up to for the employees. So some people got all $10,000 and they did not have to pay that money back. Okay. So that's because it was a grant. Now, a loan, which the government gave, is something a little different. So that you do have to pay back if you cannot prove that you used it for payroll or resources related to your business.
To your business or any payroll expenses, your payroll expenses.
Correct.
If you have, like ADT or something like that. But then again, also for sole proprietorships. So
you won't even need it.
Yeah, exactly.
So not everything you need a payroll. So, that's a good point to remember too. So now who is qualified for this? Who is qualified, Curtis?
Single members, LLCs, subcontractors, sole proprietors, like I was just saying, self-employed individuals, specifically for small businesses. And really right now, the way that this PPP program was set up, which is great, was that it's set up for small businesses to kind of get it first. Because the first time around when the PPP money first came out, it was just for, it wasn't just for, but a lot of the big businesses ran in and ended up sucking up all of the money that was allowed.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
And that was a problem.
Yeah.
That was a problem. People complained about that. Ruth Chris and other places that are making money are getting additional money, there was complaints made about that because this was to help out the small business owner making under about $150,000 a year.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, so let's just talk. Well, not making just $150,000 a year, but anyway, we're not going to get into how much you have to make as well. Okay, we're not going to get into that because again, that's where I'm dipping into accounting, and I don't want to do that. So I am
Well,
going
there
to
are
tell you some
certain
parameters.
there are certain. Oh, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah,
There were
there's
some
certain
guidelines that you have to, you can't make over a certain amount or whatever to be able.
I'm
to
not going
qualify.
to get into that. I'm not an accountant,
Oh, okay.
and I'm not an attorney, so I'm
Gotcha.
not going to get into that.
Okay.
So here's, and one website says something and the other may not. So I don't want to get into that and confuse everybody.
Gotcha.
Okay. So, do I need a payroll? And we talked about this in order to qualify. And the answer is
no, you don't need to have a payroll.
No.
But you need to pay yourself when you start your business. That's one of the keys that people kind of overlook is to pay themselves and have that filed on their taxes as well.
Yes. Now, the taxes is a whole different story. So I'm just going to touch on that through this. I'm not going to get deep into it. But as long as I'll tell you what you need, and then we'll go from there and what line you need to look at in your taxes. Okay. So here's a fact that I looked up. It says only 12% of Black and Latino and women business owners got the PPP assistance in the first round. 12%. Okay. Mm-hmm. That's why there was a upside actually created financial help or financial education in order to help people understand the PPP loan. Because as I understand it, people got turned away. Mm-hmm. Black business owners, minority business owners, women business owners, they actually got turned away because if they didn't belong to the bank, not belong, but if they didn't bank with them, the banks had so much influx of people applying that they were very choosy on who they wanted to give the loan. So, it's great that companies decided to say, you know what, we see the lack and let's help people apply. The good news is you still have time. The bad news is you have very little time. So you need to probably execute something tonight. All right. And I'll give you some steps as well. Okay. Now, what's the difference between the first round PPP loan and the second round PPP loan? And can I still apply?
Let's see, what was it? Because some of the SBA have made changes to the forms. As March 3rd, you can still apply for the first round of PPP up until the end of this month. Mm-hmm. So that was, but what's the difference between the first round and the second round? Well, one, now it's more open. It's more open, and the amount of people that are able and eligible to apply is a much greater amount of people that are, that really need the money more than these larger corporations. So that's what I kind of find what the difference is. I don't know if there was any other difference. What was?
Well, there was a huge difference in the fact that it's net versus gross. Okay. So the first form, they concentrated on net only. This time they made it open for gross income. So for those who were a little challenged in, the net area or felt like, okay, I pay a certain payroll to some people, I pay a certain amount as far as payroll, but it's not documented in the same way. Now the doors are open and they're looking at gross. Okay. So with that being said, not all the banks will accept that gross documentation. Okay. What I mean is that gross documentation is what what is on the tax form as what you made for your gross. Not all banks are going to accept that form. And that form, I believe it's called, I had it right here. Had it right here and I lost it. 2483C, I believe it is. 2483C. So that form has been updated on the SBA as of March 3rd. And now it was also updated on March 18th. So that opened up now opportunities for people like sole proprietors who did not realize, okay, I can use my net income and now they can use their gross. And people that don't have paid employees and it's just themselves. Okay, so
one of the key things though that I'm keep getting from what you're saying is that a lot of people need to go out and find a business for themselves.
Well, no,
because to be eligible for things like programs like this.
Yes, the SBA. This is not, this is 1 in a million programs that they have set aside for Black owners, for minority owners, for people in general, small businesses in general. They have numerous programs. And yes, having a business helps for you to get that, be able to get that, the funds needed for you to run your business. And sometimes it's just that we don't have the proper, I don't want to say education, but we don't have the proper resources. We're not sure where to go to get these resources in order to have this money available to us. And there are times when we go, like they said with the first round, and if we're not fully prepared, we will get shut down and that's it. We'll say, oh, I don't qualify. Like for a long time, even myself, I used to think that in order to qualify, I had to be able to, have people on payroll, which I do, but it's that's not how you qualify. That's not the only way. Payroll protection is paying yourself as well.
But that's what I was saying. But you do need to be a business. You need to
you need to be a business.
You need
Correct.
to be a business. You need to go out and a lot of people, there was something I was trying to look up, and because I can never remember the saying by Brian Tracy about everyone is it's about a mindset, the mindset of being a business. You are your own personal services corporation.
Correct.
And that is basically what a lot of people don't realize about themselves, to go ahead and incorporate yourself. Even if you work for a company, you can still go ahead and, have yourself as an employee. And maybe you can even go to that employer and become a 1099 worker so that you don't have to draw a W-2. You basically have, because you're providing a service for somebody.
Correct.
Okay. So when you provide a service, the service is coming from you. You are the corporation. So even though you may work for Coca-Cola or Pepsi, and Pepsi is the major corporation. But if you are the guy that drives the Pepsi truck, you're the Pepsi driver, but yes, you're supplying a service for that company. So you yourself could in turn have your own business, making the delivery on the Pepsi truck, but then be a sole proprietor of your own business within Pepsi. And Pepsi can pay you. Yes, they pay Curtis Grimes or whatever, and Curtis Grimes LLC. But if I put an LLC behind my name, now I am a corporation. So that I can say, hey, I don't want a W-2. I want a 1099. Give me a 1099. And now I'm paying myself. So some of that money is tax deductible, which again, I'm not an accountant, but these are some of the strategies that people need to learn on incorporating themselves and becoming that sole proprietor, having a business. And, and everybody that's out here is a walking and moving business.
That is correct. Yes.
Okay.
And just remember, limited LLC is limited liability corporation. Then you have an S Corp, and then you have a C Corp. You can just, like Curtis says, go and apply for limited liability corporation. And that protects you legally, as far as I know, again, not an attorney, not an accountant, from the liabilities of it all. Okay, so I would suggest anyone, incorporate yourself. Why not? Especially,
and it really doesn't cost
yourself
much.
If it doesn't cost much at all. And if you're thinking about it, if you're running a business, you don't always have to make money in that business. Do you know most of the times businesses will lose money the first 5 years of being in business? So you don't always have to make money right away. So think about that. Just think about that. What can you do to say that, okay, I run this business incorporated? Because a lot of people are missing out. There's a lot of, I see Yaya on the call, and Yaya is very smart, and I'm sure she's doing what she needs to do in order to get what's out there, because honestly, she's a very smart businesswoman.
Yes.
But there's
and
a lot
all of our
and she's a hairdresser.
Right, exactly.
Yes.
I was gonna say,
Alicia, very smart businesswoman. I know a lot of smart businesswomen out there that are hairdressers that, possibly, I don't know if they, did the PPP thing, but some hairdressers didn't even know that they could apply for that.
Right.
And they've been running their business.
That's the point I was going to make. Go ahead.
Yeah, they've been running barbershops. Barbers. If you work and you're getting a 1099, you could sit there and say, listen, I made this amount this year, and this is what I'm going to apply for. Okay, and I'll let you know the formula as well. It's very simple. It's very easy, and I think it's just something that we don't do because we're thinking in our minds we're going to be denied. Why? Because there's a history of being denied for loans. So now you feel, I'm going to go and be denied. I'm not even going to waste my time. And I'm just being honest. Okay.
And a lot of people think that this PPP money, is like too good to be true. That's the other thing.
Yes.
A lot of people are thinking that, what's the catch?
Yeah, there is none.
There is no catch. A lot of this money is available to you from the government. I mean, I'm gonna go on a tangent.
Yeah,
I'm gonna stop.
Keep in mind.
I'm gonna keep a couple things to myself.
If you want to apply for the second round of PPP and you have already received the first round, you will have to prove a decrease in revenue in order to successfully be forgiven for the second round. Okay, so just letting you know, you have to prove. Doesn't mean you can't apply. You can still apply.
Exactly.
You just have to prove a decrease in revenue, and it could be for a quarter. So it doesn't matter which quarter. Just compare each quarter and see if there's been a 25% decrease in revenue. So that quarter could be at the beginning of 2019, or you know what I'm saying? So just think about things like that, or the beginning of 2020. Just think about things like that in order to prove that there's a loss. Okay. And you can also use your 2019 taxes as well for the second round, which I didn't know until I started looking up.
And also, you can still file for the first round as well.
You can still file for and you're right to bring that up again. Yes, you can still apply for the first round up until March 31st. So what I suggest you do is, after this call tonight, you need to probably get on it and get online and
go
see
to SBA. Go to SB. I think it's SBA.com or SBA.gov.
SBA.gov. Yes, and you can apply. And I'm going to give you some steps where you don't even have to go to SBA.gov, honestly. Okay?
Yeah.
So how can I apply? So it's so easy. Okay? For one, if you bank with, let's say, Chase, you could apply up until, I think, March 26th. Okay. If you bank with, your bank, it could be PNC or wherever it may be, they will more readily take your applications. Now, keep in mind, some banks have stopped taking applications. because they feel like they have so much to still get done. So some of them have stopped taking applications in order to process them. Mm-hmm. Now, that's okay. If they're not taking applications, there's other independent companies that you can go online and check out. Mm-hmm. Bluevine.com. PayPal is also a lender as well. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't just have to be a big bank. You can go, and actually PayPal is a lender, so they will approve you within, I think it takes about 7 days. Same with Bluevine.
Yeah, and I would look into anybody, like a lot of these small businesses, you guys accept Square or any merchant, I forget the term for it, but any merchant transaction where you're able to like pay with the Visa, MasterCard, or debit card or something like that. Usually those companies, like such as PayPal, mm-hmm. Are lenders as well. So that was one of the things that I thought was very interesting about some of the article and some of the news that had just been released about this, especially with PayPal.
Yes, that's pretty awesome. Who would have known? I mean, PayPal's doing everything. They're doing Bitcoin and everything, mm-hmm. but I'm not even going to talk about that. Let's see. So, just letting you know. So what will you need, right? Also, there is a company that will help you through the process. It's a bit late, but I also learned about them. Upside will help you through the process. I'm not sure what their fee is, but if you just can't understand it, just can't get to it, your accountant will help you through it. Whatever the case may be, Upside will help you as well. Okay? So what will you need? Well, if you're a business owner, what do you need?
Well, the first thing most business owners want to do is you want to get rid of your Social Security card and develop.
Not get rid of your Social.
Get rid of your Social Security card. Get rid of your Social Security card. That's why I'm telling you. People have to think. I'm telling you, you got to change their mindset. Your Social Security card is attached to you, the person, but you, the person, are a walking, talking business corporation. That's how you have to look at yourself.
Yes.
I'm telling you, you have to look at yourself as a walking and talking corporation. You sell products, you do services, whatever it is that you do, you, the person, are the corporation.
That is correct.
So your employer has hired another corporation to work for them.
That's correct.
Okay. Right. So the first thing you're going to need is an EIN number. Mm-hmm. And that EIN number basically is the social. Oh gosh, I'm bad with acronyms.
Employee identification number.
Employee identification number. Yes.
Yeah, I believe.
Okay. I believe that. Yeah. See, look at that. Now you got me confused. But anyway,
we're not accountants. We're realtors.
But yes, that EIN number it's just like your business's Social Security number. So now you've attached a new number for the government.
Yeah.
To say that, hey, this is a business. So that correct. EIN number now is your Social Security number for the business. So you apply, and that's what allows you, like I was saying, to become a 1099 worker.
Absolutely.
Having that EIN number.
Absolutely.
So that is a very important start. And honestly, I don't forgot exactly what it took. I mean, I know that you go onto the IRS page, you file a form, and you put in like your fictitious, if it's a fictitious name, or even if it's your name or LLC or whatever it is, you go in, apply for it, and they'll send it to you within a matter of, I want to say like 72 hours, 40 hours or something like that.
Honestly, it's easy. But let me just tell you, don't try to go get your EIN number and claim PPP right now. It ain't going to work.
Well, that's not that. Well, no. Well, I don't know. Talk to an accountant. I'm not sure.
You would have had to be in business.
Oh, prior to 2020.
Prior to 2020.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So
that's one of the
just
guys.
letting you know. But here's the thing: there are other grants, other opportunities that the SBA provides. So you can always go on their website and look things up from there. So. Mm-hmm. But you may know somebody that has a EIN number if you don't have one already that you can help them with this conversation. So just letting you know. Okay, so the EIN number, what else you'll need if you're a business?
You'll need your tax forms.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you need 20. I think they said 2019 and 2020 tax forms, and in some cases you could possibly use even your 2018 taxes. So
correct, and you don't need it all filed and everything right now. What you need to do is go through the process of having it filed. You know, get at least the paperwork and you know get it together like now if you don't have it together, and you can be able to submit that as well. Okay.
What else? Let's see. Your IRS 1040 form or Schedule C. The 1040 is mostly would be used for people that are sole proprietors, because that's the only way that you're gonna still have a 1040 is if you can claim 1040 under sole proprietorship.
That
under
is
your
correct.
1040. And payroll, if you have it, if you are, if you have, one or two employees, sometimes it definitely makes sense to have a payroll company do your payroll for you, because then that gives you that statement. So
like ADP,
which is one of the companies that we use. I need to send them a clip of this and let them know that
you always try.
I'm trying to get paid. Yes, I'm trying to get paid. Listen, if I mention your business on my forum that is going to enough amount of people, then listen, I want to profit from it. There's nothing wrong with that.
There is nothing wrong with that. That is correct.
We live in a capitalist country, and that's what capitalism is about. And we had Yolanda Dawkins. Hey, Yolanda, that's a young lady from Queensbridge. I remember her growing up. She said, "Wow, great info."
Hi, Yolanda. Glad you're liking it. Okay, so the business also needs a legal name and
a business EIN number.
Yeah, but also an address and a phone number.
Okay, absolutely.
You know, if you're a
they
business,
want to know where to send the money to.
If you're a business, you have to operate as such. You know, get a business number. At least have one on file that they can reach you, right? So have a website. You know, have things to build up your business credibility. Okay,
so that's another major part too. Is business credit. A lot of people don't know building business credit is one of the best ways to also establish wealth.
Because
business credit, it's not like your regular credit card. It doesn't go against you personally. It goes against the business. So that gives you an opportunity. I mean, it gives you an opportunity to take loans and use them for other businesses if you want.
That is correct. That is correct.
So it gives you a lot
to establish your business credit. And some people feel, oh, I have terrible personal credit. I'm not going to have business credit. No, you can start fresh with business credit and build it up.
Absolutely. It's two totally separate things. It's not monitored by Equifax and TransUnion and whatever the other third one is, but it's not monitored the same way. Business credit is something totally different than your personal credit and personal credit agencies. So
correct.
So it's viewed a lot differently.
So sole proprietors, like I said, hairdressers, people that. I mean, if you even have a dog walking business, see my neighbor walking his dogs. So if you even have a dog walking business, you're a sole proprietor. You can get this, okay? They take the average payroll cost out of a couple of months. So what they do is take let's say it's your 2019 Schedule C, okay? They take the net profit, which is line 31. You divide that by 12 and multiply it by 2.5, and that will give you your loan amount. So can you put it on your calculator?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's just take a number.
An easy number. We're going to take, say what? Average about $30,000-$40,000.
Net profit, let's say $50,000.
50.
Okay, 40,000. 40,000.
40,000. I think 40,000 is it. I mean, for a small business, for a small business to at least make $40,000 a year, to say a sole proprietorship, is honestly, it's a really good amount of money to make to net for yourself. So $40,000.
$40,000.
Uh-huh.
And that's going to be net profit on your Schedule C, line 31.
Uh-huh.
Divide that by 12.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And multiply it.
40,000 isn't an easy number. You gave me a hard number.
Aww.
But okay, that's $3,333.33 and 3333333.
Okay, now multiply it by 2.5%.
And times that times 2.5. That is $8,333.33 and 33 thirds.
A mess. That's going to be your loan amount.
That would be your loan amount.
So they're going to round it up to 34 cents.
Yeah, there you go.
So it's easy to calculate. All you have to do is punch in the numbers. It's very easy. And if you need me to put the formula, I can. I can put it online when we finish this conversation. But if you need me to put the formula, I definitely can. Okay, so again, you're going to take your net profit, you divide that by 12, and you multiply it by 2.5%, because all the government is looking for is your average income. Okay, your average income for a couple of months to be able to assist you. Okay, let me see. Please do. Simone said please do. So I'll put in that calculation. Also, for calculation, if you don't have employees, okay, I'm still looking for that paper, y'all. I had a paper with information about having employees and have not. I'm going to post that paper. I'm going to post. It was the breakdown of the calculations, but that's okay. I'll post it at a later time. Okay. All right. So another thing is, I believe that it's a big misconception that everyone needs to have all these documents in order to apply. That is not the case. Okay? Just have your 2019 taxes in front of you, your 2020 taxes in front of you, and you update. They're going to ask you to upload it, and that's all you need. And when it comes to forgiveness, that will be all you need as well for now, as long as the loan isn't over $150,000. Loans over $150,000 will get more scrutiny.
And make sure you spend the money where it needs to be spent. Don't go out and buy a new pair of, I don't know, I don't even know, because I don't go out and do too much shopping like that. But
well, you get ready. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, anyway, don't go out and buy the new pair of Jordans or something like that. With the money, that's not what the money is used for.
Yeah, people going to jail for that. From what I remember, there was a report.
There was something I don't remember it, but I did hear of it. I mean, there are some people that'll do some crazy things with this money and not use it. Utilize it to help establish your business. That's what I would recommend.
That's what it's for.
That's it. Put it back into your business to help grow your business. That there's a way to do that as well, to help grow your business. Yes, the money is there for you. It's available, and it is free money. It's free money. I mean, you can go and apply for these loans, get it. I mean, if, like I said, if you made, you made $40,000 on your taxes for the last year, and you were a business, and you take that amount, you divided it by the 12, and then that 12 was what is your the net profit, right? I forgot how to do the calculation, honestly, but I know you divide by 12. And I know what the bottom line number is. It's 2.5%. Whatever your bottom line
net profit divided by 12, multiplied by 2.5.
Because that
and you
12,
get your loan amount.
That's your that other number is your what amount. That's what I forgot to say what it was. Well, what's the after the net profit? That is your
That's
it's
12
called
months.
yes, that's the 12
Divided
months.
by 12.
But that divided by 12 is something that I
Did I tell you I'm a realtor, not an accountant?
Okay, anyway.
You better get together, y'all. I am a realtor, not an accountant.
It's all good. It's all good.
So
But I forgot to
don't try to give me a whole bunch of numbers here, okay? I sell homes. I don't sell numbers.
I got
period. Okay, so full disclosure, I've made that disclosure several times because I don't want nobody suing me. Okay, so my suggestion is this. Although you do not need the proof, like you don't need a ton of proof or a ton of paperwork or anything that.
You want to keep your books in order.
Keep your books in order. And as a business, you should keep your books in order.
Absolutely. Know where your money's going.
Yes. I kind of struggle with this because we get very busy during the week. This is a very honest moment. We get very busy during the week. We set a plan to go over our finances every single week. A lot of times, if there's a customer that needs to be, shown a house, we will drop what we do and say, hey, we got to go show this house, or we got to list this property, or whatever we have to do at the time, or we have to talk to this client on the phone. So there are times when we drop that ball, and then I'm probably getting up early trying to figure it all out in my mind because I'm someone that needs to hear it. Curtis could probably hear it one time. I'm someone that I want to hear it at least 5 times to make sure that I have it correct. But that's because I don't want to fail as a business owner. I want to make sure that I know what my money is doing all the time. And the best way to have your money is working for you. The best way to know where your money is that you work towards that. You constantly look at it and assure the numbers, keep a good record, and don't rely and put it in somebody's hands in order to do so. That's not a good idea because just like that, things can change and you'll need proof of what you did with what. And if you don't have it, that's not a good thing. So if you're a business owner, you need to keep track. Even if let's say you're losing money. Some business owners, they're losing money. They don't even know they're losing money. But losing money the first couple of years, like I said, is normal. That happens.
Most businesses don't turn a profit for the first 5 years.
Correct. But you got to stick to it. You got to stick to it. But what we want to drive home tonight, this evening, was please, 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 the time is running short. We could have talked about other things tonight, but we wanted to talk about this because the time is running short. For any of you who did not apply for your PPP, whether it's first round or second round, please do so. It took me some hours of understanding this and doing research, but you know what? It was well worth it. Took me a couple of hours. And even if your loan is not forgiven, here's another thing. Even if it's not forgiven, if you're able to get that loan at 0.1%, guess what? That's free money to me.
That's still
because you're having to pay it back, but you're paying it back at such a low interest rate.
Then you could take the money and do what you want with it at that point because then it was just a loan.
How you going to tell people to do it? He is not an accountant, yo.
No. All jokes aside, I'm like, listen. If I'm paying for it at this point, then I'm like, dang, I can do what I want with it. But that's just me thinking. I'm thinking outside the box right now. But anyway, I should have kept that thought to myself. Yes. But it's all good.
Last week you was telling people get the work up. This week you tell them just do what you want with it. No.
No, still get your worth up. Keep your worth up. And,
build your business.
Absolutely.
And how you do so is you keep pouring into it. Okay, so I don't know if anyone has any questions. Do you have anyone on your page that has questions?
No questions. I see we have, let's see, who we got here. Okay, you already mentioned Sandra. Yeah, I don't see any other comments or anything, but we have a few people that joined in. But I guess everybody's keeping quiet. Maybe everybody's just taking in the information.
Yeah, that's
maybe
good.
hopefully they're online with the SBA right now, filing for their PPP.
SBA.gov. Let's do it, people.
SBA.gov. That's it. Go there. Go get that money, man. It's free money. You know, I hate to see people miss out on an opportunity because sometimes, you know, opportunities like this do not present themselves all the time. So
that is correct. That is correct.
This is definitely a great opportunity for people to, you know, to take advantage of. It's something out
grow
there.
Their business.
To grow your business.
Or recoup for the losses. You know, there were a lot of hairdressers and barbershops that lost a lot of money during the pandemic. Ain't nobody was getting their hair done or got, you know, people was out here looking like, you know, me most days. I mean, they was just struggling with those roots, or those beards, you know. So honestly, you know, it's a great opportunity that if you have not even inquired about it, you should
at least inquire about it.
At least inquire.
Absolutely, yeah. And it's too bad that you can't go and start. I was hoping some people could go and start their business
tomorrow.
They'll start it tomorrow and get the loan, you know, the next day. But nah, it don't work like that. I'm a little overzealous on that one. But listen, start. It's better off to start today. Don't put off don't put off tomorrow what you could have done today.
Correct.
So
that is correct.
Because a year from now, you'd be like, man, I should have did this, and you didn't do it. You know, so
a year from now, you would have wished you would have started today.
Absolutely.
So why not do it today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Indeed.
So if we don't have any more questions, or comments, you know, we'll probably be signing off soon. Mm-hmm. We're going to take a couple of minutes just to thank you all for joining us, and please, you know, if you have any questions, after, if you realize, listen, I got a question, you know, maybe it's a good idea to post, you know, email us, the Grimes Group info at gmail.com. Or you can, you know, give us a call, text us.
Yeah. Shoot us a message in our Facebook Messenger or whatever.
Yes.
Because I get a lot of messages and that's why I said I think a lot of times people you know,
watch it after.
View it and watch it after. You know, people that aren't able to, you know, view it right now. A lot of times they hit us in the inbox and be like, hey, tell me a little bit more about this, or they want to know about, you know, what can they do to start, you know, to start growing their wealth. So
that is true. That is true. So please hit us up after. Hit us through Messenger and let us know what your thoughts are. I'll go to the Grimes Group, Florida.com. That is our website. You can go there. We also have a YouTube channel, the Grimes Group.
Yeah, please go there and subscribe. As a matter of fact, we got to get that thing that goes on there just to hit the little subscribe button so that they can start subscribing to that.
Okay. Yep. We gotta get all this technical stuff done. I don't know who's gonna do it.
Yeah, we're so busy doing other things. I mean, honestly, this is something that we've incorporated and we started doing, you know, on Wednesdays because, you know, a lot of people that, you know, that we come in contact with, you know, we've had a lot of people that said that they admire what we've done as far as, you know, business wise and family wise and everything else. So we look to just kind of give that information back so that hopefully other people can establish themselves and start building wealth. I mean, really, a friend of ours, Alicia, she posted the other day, she said, ask Curtis Grimes, said, get your worth up. Absolutely. I mean, you know, you want to become worthy of, you know, listen, if you're just existing and you're not living, it ain't worth it.
That is correct.
That's not having your worth up. You know, so my thing is get your worth up. Do something with your life. Get out and do something.
Yep, that's a song or something.
I know it is. It is part of the song.
we listen to a lot of music. All right, you guys, it's 7:55, and again, we are signing off. I'm Carlene.
And I'm Curtis.
And we are part of the Grimes Group, and we're realtors here in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just want you to know that if you have any questions at all, you could always call us at 321-613-8382. And we enjoy meeting with you on Wednesday. We got to get like a theme song or something. So if anyone's interested in creating a theme song for us, that'd be wonderful.
Absolutely.
That'd be really wonderful. So we're building and we're growing, and we're looking for you to grow with us and build with us. All right. Well, over and out. Happy Hump Day.
Happy Hump Day. Get that PPP.
You're welcome, Simone. Thanks for joining us.